Hi, and welcome to day 4 of our 7 days to a healthier back challenge. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of everything again. I know yesterday we focused on the glutes and we added in some new exercises. Today we're going to kind of build on top of those exercises and throw in some other new things. So today we will need a yoga strap or a towel or a t-shirt, anything that you can use to stretch your hamstrings out like we did on day 1 and 2, but we're going to add into that one a little bit today as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to start out seated, right, cross-leg position, and right, grow tall through your spine, sit down through your sit bones, right, arms out to the side. We're going to take a big deep breath in, right arm up, breathe it out, slight side bend right there, stretching out through our right ribs, right side body, and we're plugging that shoulder down so that your shoulder isn't all the way up near your ear. All right, we're gonna hold it here. And your next breath in, bring it up, and switch sides. So we're gonna try to move through a little bit quicker today. We know a lot of these moves already, and we know that we wanna find length in the spine, find space there. So always be focusing on that. Come back up. We're going to get one more time on each side. And switch. Okay, come up, but bring both arms up, deep breath in. Breathe it out, right hand to left knee, left hand behind, and get a slight twist. Right, we're not having too much pressure on the hands. We're using the core muscles to get into our twist. And we're still kind of cultivating energy in our core, kind of lifting up through it. Deep breath in and out, switch sides. Okay, we're gonna get one more time on each side. Breathe it in and out. And in and out to the other side. All right, from there we're going to come into our tabletop position, and we're going back to our bird dogs that we did a couple days ago. So hands under knees, knees under hips, or sorry, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I get my body parts confused sometimes. And we're going to go ahead and extend the right arm out, left leg back. Find that long spine, a lot of space. Breathe it out and in. Gonna go for 5, 4, 3. Really good spine stabilizer right here. One more. Right hand down, left knee down, and we're gonna switch sides. Right into it. Moving with your breath. Let's get one more. And then we're going to bring our hands back under our shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're going for our cat-cow. So we're going to breathe it in, arch the back a little bit, breathe it out, pull the belly button up, right? Staple it back to your spine. Breathe it in and out, broaden through the shoulders. So whenever you come into the cat position right here, you should feel your shoulder blades kind of separate and a good stretch right in between them. Let's get one more. Deep breath in and out. Okay, back to tabletop. This is where we're going to add on a little bit. We're going to get the hands one handprint further. Come back into plank position. You guys remember this from the past couple days. And from here, we're going to push our hips up and back towards the ceiling.
So we're coming into a down dog. We want our feet about hip width distance apart, hands about shoulder width, and you want your head to kind of hang nice and loose. You don't want any tension in your neck. So I like to get my ears by my biceps and just have a loose neck. We're trying to shine our sit bones up towards the ceiling, getting length through the spine, and then we're bringing those heels down towards the floor. Little external rotation. Breathe it in. We're going to go into plank position here. Breathe it out, push back into down dog. A little external rotation through the shoulders. All right, so your biceps are shining forwards, triceps are pointing down towards the mat. Breathe it in, come back to plank. Breathe it out, push back. Now we're going to flow like that for 2 more. Breathe it in and out. In. And then let's hold this down dog for 5 breaths. Building a little bit of strength here and warming up the spine. Try to smooth your breathing out. And then let's come down to the knees. Sit back in child's pose for just a second. All right, back up. We're going to flip over, going into a couple more strengthening exercises. We're going to revisit bridge pose, but then we're going to add on a little bit. So bridge pose, we want to get the feet right about hip width distance, and you want to be able to touch your heels there, and then try to rotate your shoulder blades out, or your shoulders out, a little external rotation again. So you're kind of on the back of your arms there. And then push into your heels, breathe it out, turn the glutes and hamstrings on, breathe it in, lower back down. Breathe it out, lift, in, and lower. We're going to go for just a couple of these, right, working into the back side, getting back into those glutes. This is going to get your lower back also. It's going to work all the muscles. Okay, let's get one more. Now we're going to lift the right leg and try to press through your left to lift up. But try not to let there be too much of a transfer of energy. Like you want to stay centered, you know? You don't want to feel like you're working one side too much more than the other. I know that probably doesn't make too much sense, but it's like you don't want to get sloppy, right? You want to make sure you're pressing evenly through that foot, lifting up. I know we're really working that one side, but you want to lift evenly. Let's get one more, and then we'll switch sides. All right, going right into it. So even hips. And I like to take it nice and slow so you're really working the muscles. And almost pause at the top of each movement just for like half a second. Okay, let's go 2 more. All right, now we're gonna cross the legs, sit yourself up, and we're gonna float back all the way onto our stomach. Okay, so we're gonna revisit Cobra today again. So we're pressing the feet down into the mat, hands to the side of your chest, and we're plugging the shoulder blades back, right? That automatically makes you wanna lift up. So I know we practiced the past couple days with the hands down. As we breathed in, we lifted up. Breathed out, we came down.
today we're gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna try to get a little space between your hand and the mat. So, breathe it in, lift up, let your hands lift maybe about an inch off the mat, breathe it out, come back down. Keep going with that. All right, we're keeping up with finding the length in the spine. We're not crunching into it. Keep going, nice long neck. Okay, let's get one more, and we're gonna hold it up there for 5, hands lifted, 4, shoulder blades pulled down and back, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. Now we're gonna lift up into plank. So I'm gonna tuck my toes. I'm gonna lift up onto my knees first. And then from there, onto my toes, lift the knees fully. We're gonna hold this plank. We're gonna give it about 30 seconds. At the 15-second mark, we're gonna start stepping out and in like we did yesterday. Give me 5 seconds. Pull the core up. 3, 2, 1. Step the left leg out and in. Other leg out and in. We're just going side to side today. Little bit longer. Give me 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come down to the knees. We're gonna go ahead and stand up into a ragdoll position. So I'm gonna get my feet about hip width distance apart, and I'm folding down over. This one is okay to get a little roundness through the back, and I'm gonna keep a nice softness through my knees here so I can get a good stretch up through my hamstrings, glutes, into the lower back. Now from here you can either let your arms dangle and let your head loose, or I really like to grasp opposite elbow with opposite hand and just hold it here. Big deep breaths in and out. You can kind of feel your belly expand onto your thighs whenever you breathe in. You can kind of rock front to back, side to side. Okay, so we're going to find a little steadiness here. And then I'm going to try to straighten my left leg, re-bend it, straighten my right leg. I'm going side to side there, nice and slow, only if it feels good. Otherwise, you can just hold the ragdoll. Three, 2, and 1. Oh, it's one of my favorite poses. I feel like I could hold that all day. Okay, so now we're back down onto the hands and knees. We're going to bring our right leg forward. A little addition onto our hip flexor stretch. So actually, you know what? Sorry, restart that. Back in the tabletop, we're going to extend our right leg and then cross it over the left and plant the foot down. So from here, we're going to go ahead and shift the hips to the right a little bit and look over your left shoulder at your right toes. You should feel a nice stretch through your right side body, even going into your right psoas, right into your hip flexor area. A couple deep breaths in and out. This is just like that cat-cow movement that we did yesterday. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. Right leg down, left leg out, flex the foot, cross it over, plant the foot down, shift the hips to the left, and then look over your right shoulder. Try to keep the length in the spine as much as you can. I know this one's a little bit tougher to do that. All right, back to center. Now we're going into our hip flexor stretch like I was doing before. So bring that right leg up. We're going into the regular hip flexor like we did a couple days ago, or maybe we did it yesterday as well, I can't remember. So we're lunging into it, right, just like we've been doing. But let's come up onto this knee. If you're feeling good here, you feel steady, I'm gonna bring this knee kind of like right underneath, almost right underneath my hip there. And then I'm gonna pull that leg back, and I'm gonna reach behind with my right hand to the outside of the foot. So I'm getting a slight twist, and I'm going to try to pull that foot back towards my glutes. So I'm feeling a nice stretch through my quad, my left quad. You're getting a little twist, and if you lose your balance, that's okay. Just get back into it. Let's hold it for 3, 2, 1. Now if you felt any pain on your base knee there, just try to roll forward so you're not like right on your kneecap. Okay, let's switch sides. Left leg forward, getting into our little hip flexor stretch, right? Bringing that knee a little bit closer, and then we're gonna pull that heel back towards our glute, swing this arm back, reach for the outside of that foot, and pull that leg in towards your glute. Right, you can always wrap a strap around your heel or your ankle and hold onto a strap there. Or you can just hold your hip flexor, and that's totally fine. Let's hold it here though. Focus on your breathing, deep breaths in and out. In 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're gonna lay it down. We need our strap here. We're going into those hamstring stretches. So let's lay it down. And we're gonna go for the right leg first. And today, I am going to bend my left leg. So strap over the right foot, lift it up. And if you're really flexible, you can always straighten that left leg out. Feeling a little tight today, so I'm going to bend my leg back. From here, I'm just holding this hamstring stretch, flexing the foot, pulling the toes back towards my face. This is a really nice way to get a hamstring stretch. Okay, from here, I'm going to hold on to the strap with my right hand here and kind of get the loose ends off to the right. Left arm out. I'm going to let my right leg fall open. As far as it'll go, I'm still trying to keep my left hip pinned down to the mat though, so I'm trying not to let it pull me over. So I'm kind of engaging my core. You should feel a nice stretch through your right inner thigh though. Okay, let's come back up to center. We're going to hold it here one more time. And kind of get the loose ends off to the left because that's the way we're going to be going next. Okay, hold on to the strap with the left hand, and then we're going to let that leg fall over towards the right. But I'm going to go into a little spinal twist here. So I'm going to let this leg come all the way down. So I'm relaxing my foot on the ground there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's all the way down. And then I'm trying to keep my right shoulder down on the mat there. Ideally, I would have my foot propped up on something so that I can keep both of my shoulders down on the mat. And just go to where you're comfortable. If you need to have your leg up here, that's okay.
let's bring that leg up. And we're gonna switch sides. Left leg up. Pull the toes back towards you. Right, plug both of the hips down into the mat. All right. Strap in the left hand. We're going to open up to the side there, keeping that right hip down on the mat. Okay, on your next breath in, bring that leg up. Hold it there. We're going to hold it about 10 more seconds here. Really getting into the hamstring, and then we're going to go to the other side. You'll see how my left shoulder is going to lift up a little bit. Okay, now bring that leg down to the right. So see, my left shoulder really wants to lift up there, so like I said, ideally I should have my foot propped up, like I said, on a block or a pillow or something, so that I can keep both of my shoulders down. So I'm going to stomp my foot maybe about 12 inches from the floor. Holding it there. So you should feel the stretch kind of all the way up through the side of your leg, into your glute, and a little bit into your lower back. Okay, let's bring that leg back up. All right, so we can get rid of the strap. And we're gonna finish up with one more quick spinal twist. So arms out, I'm gonna cross my right leg over the left and letting my legs fall down to the left like that. This one's a little bit nicer. I'm gonna just try to breathe into it. Both shoulders down on the mat. Back up, we're going to switch sides. Now today was a little bit quicker because we already know a lot of the moves, so we don't have to spend so much time explaining them, and you guys should be really good at trying to find length in your spine by now. And I wanted it to be a little bit quicker today as well because I want this to be something that you can do like whenever you wake up in the morning and say you only have like a half hour to do something, so this will take maybe ideally 15 to 20 minutes. I know the last 2 days were a little long. But if you only have time to do one part of it, I would do either the warm-up or the stretches at the end, and then do the strengthening exercises another time. All right, back up to center. Let's roll it up. We are done. Day 4 in the books. All right, nice job, guys. We have, 3 more days to go of this, and I hope that you are still feeling good. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.